Welcome back. This is going to be our 1-year update video on coronavirus. Check out our first video if you haven't seen it. But it is now, is it March 18th?
March 17th?
March 17th, 2021.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. We're about 1 year later from when coronavirus kind of blew up in the United States. In our first video, we had said there was 100,000 cases. There's now about 30 million cases in the United States, and about 540,000 people have died from it. So it became a big thing, a big issue, especially in November, December, and January. It really blew up. There was like 200,000 cases every day. So let's see. So things largely haven't changed. I'm still working from home. You have to wear a mask when you go out. That's kind of a new thing that's happened. Many months ago, they implemented a mask mandate. So whenever you went out in public or into any sort of business, you're required to wear a mask, and that's still going on.
Yeah, it was not long after we made that video when they came out with a mask mandate, I guess.
Yeah. But so there are vaccines now from several companies. Nana and Papa have got their vaccine. Mommy has gotten her vaccine. They're testing it now on kids to see if it's safe for kids. I probably won't get it for another, I'm guessing, 2 months, maybe 3 months, because I'm low risk or whatever.
Yeah.
So Cammie, you'll give an update on school.
Okay, I'll talk about school. So we went back to school, or I went back to school to go to middle school in early September. They delayed it in August. Just hoping it would get better, I guess. But I had to go back online, and that was basically just Zoom calls. And I guess you can talk about Zoom, because that blew up.
Yeah, Zoom really wasn't a thing before the coronavirus. People didn't really know what it was, and most people hadn't used it. But now it's like a verb now. People say, let's do a Zoom. Everybody's using it. Obviously, I'm using it a ton in work. Cammie used it a ton for school.
Yeah. So around Halloween time, they did this thing called hybrid schooling in Olathe, and that is they did 2 days online and 2 days in person. And it alternated, and that went on for quite a while, and then we ended up having to go back to full online because things weren't going so great, I guess. And then we came back again for hybrid, and then we eventually now I'm back full-time in person, and that recently just happened, where we went full in person, but we still have to wear masks, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, so most of her school this year, her first year in middle school, has been remote, which hasn't been a lot of fun. So you missed track, right?
No, I'm doing track the week that I come back. I'm going to start track. I missed cross country.
Okay, cross country is what she missed. And Julian's been online the whole year. He opted to be online throughout the year.
Yeah, you could have chose if you wanted to go back. You could just be full remote if you wanted. Also, I tried out for dance team, and I got into that. And then, like I said, I'm going to be starting track next week because I'm on spring break right now. And once I come back from spring break, I'll be starting track.
Yeah. And so what'd you do over the summer?
Okay, so no like camps or like activities like that. Swimming, think that started later, and we didn't do much of that either. And
oh yeah, the pools didn't open for a while.
yeah, and I did these Zoom calls. They were supposed to be like in-person camps, like they were, but then they turned them into Zoom calls, and I did quite a few of those. But my favorite ones were painting ones, and I ended up learning how to paint. I did still life and I did landscape paintings, and I grew fond of the landscape paintings, and I made quite a few of those now, and yeah.
Yeah. So, for me, like I said, I worked remote every single day from the last video, so every day for a year. Just recently, I got a new job at Splunk. So last Friday was my last day at NIC. NIC actually got bought out by a company called Tyler Technologies. But I will be starting at Splunk on Monday, and Splunk will be a remote-only job forever, I guess, potentially. It's a remote position, so I will just continue to work remote. It's becoming part of life, or a normal thing now.
Yeah.
Which also, we wanted to say, kind of sucks. It's kind of been a depressing year overall.
Yeah, 2020 was not good.
Yeah, it was not fun. Lots of, didn't go to movies, didn't go out to any sporting events like a Royals game or anything like that. A lot of that stuff was canceled anyway, I think, or the seasons were really short. I forget exactly, but sports have been all kind of hit or miss here for a while. But I think we see the light at the end of the tunnel now. People are starting to get vaccines.
Yeah.
It's becoming spring. They're saying by May or June, hopefully everybody that wants the vaccine can get the vaccine. We wanted to say Donald Trump lost the election.
Yeah.
Joe Biden won.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Donald Trump tried to steal the election after he lost, he tried to basically a coup or attack on the Capitol. Failed.
Yeah.
So we're kind of relieved Joe Biden will be the president the next 4 years.
Yeah, and things have been getting better since he became president. Also, like he said, movies have been closed and stuff, but they did come back, and we're actually going to our first movie in a long time tonight.
Yeah, so probably our first movie in a year.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. They've started releasing movies now directly on things like Disney Plus or HBO Max or something, but movies are starting to come back.
My teachers have been getting vaccines. I don't know if I don't know if things changed for dance last year in that video, yet, but I ended up going to Zoom on dance, and then I went back.
She did miss her dance recital.
Yeah, I did.
We were kind of hoping that would still happen somehow, but it didn't. So that was kind of a bummer.
Well, it did partially. It was just a small gathering.
We're okay, right? Yeah, she did a performance in the studio, but not in front of a crowd or anything.
It was just parents.
Yeah.
Of my class or whatever. So it wasn't much for dance, but it was pretty bad when we went on Zoom. It was not fun for dance.
Yeah.
But things are coming back to normal. We still have to wear masks in dance, which sucks, but yeah.
That's it, I think, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, thanks for watching.